Representative, you have some gun legislation. One would repeal a Senate bill that expanded the background checks, and then you have a couple of other bills that you've introduced. What would the bills do, and why did you introduce them?
Each one has a different purpose. I think the one that I'm absolutely the most passionate, it's not the right word, but excited about is, and I'm going to refer over here to my chart, it's HB 2974. It came to light during the Senate Bill 941 hearings 2 years ago that there is a confidential address program. I didn't even know about this. And what happened was a constituent, a lady, came to our office and told us, I can't purchase a firearm, ever. Now, so it had nothing to do with Senate Bill 941. It just kind of came out during the discussion. She can't purchase a firearm because she doesn't have an address on her driver's license. So therefore, she has no way to prove who she is or what she is. And I found out through this program, which there's not a ton of people in, but it's generally women who are in an abusive situation or a threat from a husband or ex-husband or boyfriend or whatever it might be. And in this program, it's fascinating. She told me my mail comes in a white envelope at a P.O. box in, I'm just going to make up a town, Keizer. But before that, it came from a P.O. box in Woodburn in a white envelope. And before that, it came from a P.O. box in Northeast Portland in a white envelope. So it actually gets forwarded twice before it gets to her actual P.O. box. So she doesn't have an address. She can't buy a firearm. And this particular lady was very scared because she had threats from an ex-husband who was getting out of jail. And she said, I want to buy a gun. I want to protect myself. And I said, we've got to do something. So I tried to get a piece put into Senate Bill 941 2 years ago, and it went nowhere. So that's what that bill's all about. The full repeal of 941, poking a finger. I know it's not going to go anywhere. But my problem is, and specifically in this repeal, which is HB 2973, what I'm concerned about is there was the story of the Lake Oswego pastor who bought an AR-15 for the purpose of destroying, which I don't care. It's his right. Buy the gun, destroy it. I don't care what you do. But the problem was he gave it to a friend to hold while he decided what to do with it. That broke the law. That broke Senate Bill 941. And I bring that up because most of us Republicans on the House floor back in 2015 stood on the House floor and said, there are going to be unintended consequences. And that was one. And then just about 3 or 4 weeks ago, early in the session, we had and I want to be careful here because I don't want to get this lady in any trouble at all, but a nice lady who advocates for veterans. She said in testimony, and I don't think she really knew that she was saying this, she said, I have 3 or 4 guns in my safe from the last few months from veterans who brought them to me because they were suicidal. Now, obviously, I want her to be able to do that, but technically, she just broke the law and just admitted in open testimony that she broke the law. Of course, she and the veteran both did. So that's the problem with Senate Bill 941. It was too restrictive. There should have been exceptions and exemptions. And so that is a full repeal, whereas a couple of the other bills are more of exemptions or exceptions to certain rules in the bill.